Alrighty, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, and this is going to be a final class setup for the FHJ-18 AA. And, God, this was a freaking nightmare to max this thing out. Even during double Weapon EXP weekend, it's just like, wow, come on, man. Anyways, so, this is going to be, I guess I'm gonna keep this as my anti-aircraft, like kind of anti-enemy air support kind of class. When I see that they have like air support up or something like that, I'll probably switch back to this when I die, and then try to shoot down the air support and whatnot, try to get him out of there. And obviously, because you can't attach attachments on rocket launchers, heavily focusing on perk layouts and your equipment. So what I have here is perk 1 greed. This is an unusual kind of combination for me because I usually don't rock this, but it's good for this particular class and specifically. So blind eye, obviously, if they have like escort drones or what do you call those? Escort drones or stealth choppers, then they won't target you, so you have a clear, you won't be interrupted while you're trying to shoot them down. I don't really understand why I have flak jacket. Maybe it's because I was playing objectively, and in the objective game modes, usually there's lots of air support up. So I mean, flak jacket is universally helpful anyway. You can never go wrong with it. You could kind of replace it with like ghost or something. Don't really see the whole point of that though. So don't. I still think flak jacket is the best though for perk 1 greed. Perk 2, the perk 2 slots are basically emphasizing on the fact that I'm running around with C4. You could take this off, go completely naked on perk 2. Actually, you could rock cold-blooded. You could go with cold-blooded, take off perk 2 greed, and replace your lethal with something else, like maybe, I don't know, Claymore, Bouncing Betty, because those don't feel like they take a long time, even without fast mags, to deploy. So you could use those, potentially. And perk 3 tac mask is I think it's the best among here anyway. I mean, you shouldn't really expect to get around the map really quickly if you got a freaking rocket launcher on your back. So that's why tac mask is there. And because I was playing objectively, EMPs I have on this class. C4s, I just felt like throwing packs of fucking bombs at people, so I just threw those around. So yeah, that's my final class setup. A few things I would like to like kind of advise you, like a few tips with the FHJ that I like to give you guys, is that every time you spawn, I recommend kind of look up to the sky, zoom in with your FHJ, and kind of spin around in a circle, like scanning the skies. Because what the FHJ will do is that its screen, like its target finding screen, will kind of circle enemy air support in, like, with the circle. I know it's redundant, and I know, but just in case you guys didn't get the point, it'll highlight all enemy air support in circles. So even if you don't have like the target reticle exactly over the enemy air support, like for example UAV, it'll still mark it for you, so it's easy for you to see and then lock onto. So that's why I say that, is because sometimes there's so much stuff going on in your game that your announcer, the announcer guy who says like enemy UAV above or something like that, he won't say that. Sometimes he'll either say it really delayed, so that by the time you hear it and you look up to try to lock onto it, like so for example an enemy UAV, then it's already long gone and you see it like flying off, and there's no way you can actually destroy it because it's flying away. Or the guy won't even say it at all because, I don't know, maybe there's a bug in the coding and it just doesn't, the guy just doesn't say it. So that's why it's important for you to scan the skies every time you respawn, or if you're staying alive for a long time and you're outside, then just every now and then just look up in the sky and just scan the area so that you can see if there are enemy air UAVs, counter UAVs, stuff like that. I mean, if the enemies have like escort drones or choppers or any of those heavy duty kill streaks, then that's obvious. Those stand out like really big. But if they're not, if they're just like simple UAVs, counter UAVs, then of course you gotta look around for them. Because sometimes they, especially on dark maps like Plaza, those things are really hard to see just with your without the FHJ's target finder kind of screen HUD thing. So that's why I kind of recommend that. Anyways, so by the way, if you didn't know, you can actually lock on to what was it? What are those things called again? Oh yeah, AGRs. You can actually lock onto AGRs. I don't know if you can actually lock onto sentry guns or guardians. Those I'm gonna have to find out. But definitely AGRs. They take a few rockets though. They're pretty durable. But definitely you can take out AGRs with your FHJ. Anyways, that'll be it for the FHJ final class setup, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Peace.